I bought an old clown music box at a thrift store. That night, it started playing by itself. The next day, I sent my mom a picture of it, and the first thing she asked was, "Where did you get that?" I'm Nicole, and this is Haunted Threads After Dark, where I read you creepy, scary, paranormal stories. If that's your thing, then go ahead and turn the volume up, turn the lights down low, but whatever you do, don't look behind you. I've always liked old stuff. No expensive antiques or anything like that. I mean the weird things you find buried in thrift stores that nobody else seems interested in. Old cameras, tin toys, clocks, stuff like that. A few months ago, I found a clown doll. It was maybe a foot tall, with a cloth body, painted face, faded clothes, and a little wind-up music box built into its back. I don't know about you, but clowns terrify me, so that would be a big fat no from me, thank you. Oh, here we go. I know a lot of people hate clowns, but this one didn't look particularly scary. It just looked old. I turned the key to see if the music box worked. It played 4 warped notes, slowed down, and stopped. I figured the mechanism was worn out. It was cheap, so I bought it. That night, I put the clown on a shelf in the living room with some of the other things I'd collected and went to bed. Sometime during the night, music woke me up. It took me a second to realize it was coming from downstairs. I walked into the living room. The clown was sitting on the shelf. Except it wasn't facing the room anymore. It had turned toward the doorway, toward me, and the music box that could barely play 4 notes at the thrift store was playing the entire song perfectly. I stood there until it stopped. Then I turned the clown back around and went upstairs. I convinced myself I must have bumped the shelf earlier. The next afternoon, I came home from work, and the clown was turned again. I picked it up and tried the music box. I wound the key. Nothing. I tried again. Still nothing. I put it back and walked into the kitchen. The second I left the room, the music started again. I went back. It stopped. That was when I decided to record it. I aimed my phone at the shelf, started recording, and left the room. Most of the video was boring. Then the clown moved. Not its whole body, its head. Very slowly, it turned until its face was pointed directly at my phone. Then the music started. Watching that was bad enough. But I knew the song. I couldn't remember why. Then I heard something underneath it. A voice. It said my name. I sent the video to my mom and asked if she recognized the song. She called me a few minutes later. Her first question was, "Where did you get that?" I told her about the thrift store. Then she asked me to send her a picture of the clown. I did. She called me again almost immediately. "You had that clown when you were little." I thought she meant I had one like it when I was little. She didn't. She remembered the faded blue pom-pom on its hat, the stitching on one shoe, even the chip beside its mouth. She said I used to call it Wally. I didn't remember any of it. According to my mom, I was about 4 when I started talking to Wally. She'd hear me in my bedroom after bedtime having conversations when I was supposed to be asleep. She assumed I was talking to my toys. Then one night she walked past my room and heard me talking again. She stopped outside the door. I said something she couldn't make out. The man answered me, "Don't tell her." My mom opened the door. I was sitting on the floor. Wally was sitting across from me. Nobody else was there. She asked who I was talking to. I pointed at the clown. Then she asked what I wasn't supposed to tell her. Apparently I said, "Wally says you'll make him go away." A few nights later, she woke up and found me at the front door with Wally under my arm. I was trying to unlock it. She asked where I was going. I told her, "Wally says we have to go before you wake up." The next morning, my dad took the clown and donated it to a thrift store across town. Eventually, I stopped asking about Wally, and somehow I forgot all about it until I bought him again. My mom told me one other thing. Whenever I claimed Wally talked to me, it always happened after the music stopped. So I went back to the video. The song played, then ended. A few seconds passed, and a man said, "You came back." I put the clown in a cardboard box, taped it completely shut, and carried it into the garage. Then I called my dad. He remembered Wally too. But there was something he'd never told my mom. The night before he donated the clown, he had put Wally in the trunk of his car, so I couldn't get him. After he closed the trunk, the music started playing inside. Then it stopped, and my dad heard a man say, "You can't keep him from me." While my dad was telling me this, I heard music coming from the garage. I ended the call and went out there. The box was exactly where I'd left it, still taped shut. The music was playing from inside. Then it stopped, and a voice said, "Your dad isn't here this time." Before I could do anything, the garage door started opening. I hit the wall button. Nothing. Hit it again. The door kept rising. I backed into the house, slammed the door between the garage and the kitchen, and locked it. Something hit the other side. Then it hit it again. I looked through the small window in the door. The box was open. The tape had been ripped straight across the top. Wally was gone. The doorknob started turning. I backed away, and that was when I heard the music again. Outside the front of the house, I went far enough toward the door to look through the narrow window beside it. Wally was sitting on the porch. Beyond him, near the edge of my yard, someone was standing there. At least I thought it was someone. It was tall and thin, but I couldn't make out a face. Then it raised one hand and waved. It looked down at Wally for maybe a second. When I looked back, the figure was halfway across the yard, and suddenly I remembered something from the night when I was 4, standing at the door. Holding Wally, looking outside, there had been someone waiting for me. The figure reached the porch. It bent down and picked up the clown. Then it looked straight toward the window. The voice came from the figure this time. We waited long enough, and it started toward the door. The doorknob began turning. I ran. I went out the back of the house, got in my car, locked myself inside, and called 911. By the time the police arrived, nobody was there. They checked the house, the garage, and the yard. The garage door was still open. The ripped box was still on the floor. But Wally was gone. I haven't seen that clown since. I still don't know where Wally wanted to take me when I was 4. I'm glad I never found out. So do you guys hate clowns as much as I do, or do you like them? Some people do like them, so you might be one of those people. Let me know, and if you do, let me know why you like them. Or if you want to just give me a comment and tell me if you like the story, that'd be great. If you like the story, then please follow me here. Give me a heart, give me a comment, and bookmark this in case you want to watch it again. If you have a story that you would like me to read, then go ahead and go to Hauntedthreadsafterdark.com. The link is in my bio, and go ahead and submit a story there, and I'd love to give your story a voice. Until next time, when I bring you more nightmares, try to sleep tight, if you can.